August of 2008, South African paleoanthropologist Lee Burger and his 9-year-old son made a stunning discovery. 2 remarkably complete skeletons of a new species of human ancestor. Burger and his team discovered these fossils in a cave called Malapa and determined that this species, called Australopithecus sediba, lived almost 2 million years ago. Scientists from Boston University have been studying the fossilized remains of this ancient creature and have determined that it walked in a quite unusual way, called hyperpronation. When humans walk, they heel strike, and the heel bone is therefore quite large to dissipate the forces of impact. Sediba, in stark contrast, had a small chimpanzee-like heel, indicating that this hominin walked on the outside edge of an inverted or twisted-in foot. For every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction, so by landing on the ground in this way, the ground actually pushed back on the foot and rolled it inwards towards the big toe. As the foot rolled inwards, the entire leg also rolled inwards towards the midline of the body. Unfortunately for humans who walk this way, the kneecap can become dislocated as the knee is driven inwards. But Sediba did not have that problem. Sediba had an elevated ridge of bone, the highest yet found in any fossil human, that kept the kneecap in its groove. But by walking this way, it did leave its mark on some bones. The inward twisting of the leg put a considerable strain on the rectus femoris muscle, and the origin of this muscle shows evidence of excessive pulling, the result of a hyperpronating gait. One may ask why in the world such an odd way of walking would evolve. Scientists hypothesize that this manner of walking is a consequence of the other way Sediba moved around its world. It climbed. Sediba had long arms, and there is evidence from the teeth that this species climbed trees to eat leaves, fruit, and bark. Sediba therefore was well equipped for both a life on the ground and in the trees, a marvelous example of evolutionary ingenuity and a spectacular awakening that human evolution was much more complex and interesting than we ever could have imagined.